Hello YouTube and the internet. This is Influx and I'm going to be trying to teach you guys how to get a proper mix down, or what I use as a proper mix down. I don't really know how to mix down properly, but I have my ways of doing it and I'm going to show you what I do. Alright, let's get started with the drums. So the drums, all I do is I have all my drums routed, or at least my kick and my snare are both routed into this drum bus, and it rides open hi-hats, closed hi-hats, tambourines if I need them, crash and china, all link into well, this is a different project, but what I usually have is my crashes, chinas, open hi-hats, closed hi-hats, tambourines, and rides all routed into a separate bus, but those are called highs, and I usually have everything cut off from but basically like the lows and the low mids. But for drums, since you don't need that, it's just kind of like a drum thing, like this. If I can mute these all for a second, let's just play the kick and the snare. Yeah, stuff like that. So let's add the china. So yeah, it's just the drums basically, just routed. I have a limiter, or a compressor if you want to consider it that, because I'm compressing it. Yeah, I'm just compressing the drums with that, and then using this EQ for filters. Usually from the beginning, there's a filter that I need where it goes from all the way up here, all the way down. So that's what that's for. And then after that, you're all side chaining to these basses, and this one Reese bass that I made as a joke. But all these are just routed to my mid basses and my sub. So everything is side chained to the sub, or not everything, but the drums are side chained to the sub. As you can see clearly from the side chain, actually it's kind of hard to see it, but if I zoom into it, you can sort of see it a little bit better. But yeah, that's what I'm doing with this one. And then what am I? I'm cutting out anything below 30 hertz because we don't hear anything under 30 hertz, or we can't feel or hear anything. And then I'm cutting it off at around 67 hertz because my sub bass only goes so low, so I feel like I don't need to put it at like 100. But yeah, it's generally just that because that's all I wanted people to feel or hear. And then my bass, my weird ass bass, it's only sounding like that because there's a tempo. Yeah, it goes, what is this? Which one's this one? Yep, there's that, the sound. And then this weird ass harmor one, and what's this one? Oh, that's just the one from below. Yeah, so it goes like that, and then if I add everything into it, except these ones, because those are the basses, Reese bass things I was talking about. So yeah, those are the basses, those are mixed together to create that one sound, but generally they're generally at the same height except for this one, because this one you don't really need to hear, it's kind of just a little thing to add. But if you can't notice, they're all generally around -12. The reason why they're at -12 is because that's what I figured out was the best to do, because what I'm doing is when I'm compressing my drums are the loudest thing in this mix, and they're hitting around -9 or -8 decibels. So they're obviously going to be louder, and then while they're side chaining everything, they're going to be pushing everything down, which helps a lot when you're saturating things, because then it ducks it, and then your drums are still going to be louder than everything else. Oh god, sorry about that. But little things like that kind of help when you're mastering your tracks, because when you master them, you got about 6 decibels of headroom. Wait, hold up, let me make sure that this isn't... Oh, okay, that's why it sounded weird. Or it had 6 decibels is because I had my volume thing down. Right now it has about 3 decibels, but I was only doing that because I was gonna make it a pre-master thing, but yeah. It's about right there, and then when I turn on the master, you can notice the huge difference. But, like what everybody says, because it's very true, a shitty mix will not be fixed by a good mastering. No matter what you do, if your mix is terrible, nothing will sound good through that. I should know from experience. But yeah, things like that, they help tremendously. And now, I bet you're wondering what these things are. These are for vocals, because I also do vocals for covers, like metal covers, when I get bored, and I usually have this because I do it for practice as well. Like I practiced covering instrumentals and stuff from mainly this band that I like. It's like one of my favorite bands. It's Infinite Annihilator, and I usually cover their songs just as one takes, and then I'll just listen to it, see if I can get better at timing it, and then I'll just end that and then do another take or something like that. And I usually use this like set because I found out this works best for my vocals, and I'm probably gonna add these other things because I just got them from a friend that are made by Joey Sturges, who mixes bands, mainly metalcore bands. I'm not really into metalcore, but I respect that and I acknowledge that he's a very good mixing and mastering engineer, and I respect him for that. But what I'm going to show you right now is the respace version of the drop, because I want to show people that just because I do stuff like this doesn't mean that I can't make like kind of like interesting kind of dancey kind of things. I don't know how to explain it, but like Nero-y bass kind of things. So let's just turn these off. I don't know what those are. Actually, which one's the sub bass? Let me turn that off. Which one's the sub bass? Alright, I'll just turn off those, and then we'll have that turned on. Alright, now let's listen to it. Might not sound that good, but it came off the top of my head. Let's just mess around with it. Okay, so let's listen to it. Oh, whoops. The vocals. Okay, yeah. and leave some suggestions for what I should show you guys. This one just came off the top of my head because I would have loved to have learned things like this when I was starting out about 4 years ago. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and again, leave suggestions, maybe mastering tips or something like that. I don't know. You can come up with whatever you want. And other than that, hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you can. And if this helps, share it with other people if they need help with this as well. And other than that, have a nice day.